everybody, welcome back to Sweet Knits. First off, thank you to everybody who has subscribed, liked, and commented on my first video. I appreciate it so much, and I really didn't think that the Fiverr community needed another podcast, CRAFTCAST. Thank you for doing that. So anyway, huge thank you to all of the returning viewers, because y'all are just the coolest. All right, so let's get started. And if you are brand new here, don't forget to subscribe. And this is just a channel about my crochet and knitting and sewing and embroidery and painting and so on. I'm always trying new hobbies, and I tend to stick to them. I tend to really like to at least learn the basics. So anyways, let's get started. So let me just say that I went to the library today. I'm a huge fan of the library, especially because I found so many good crocheting and knitting books at the library. And if you go on your local library's website and you search for books, you can find books from other libraries and you can place holds on them, and that library will ship that book to your library. And so it's really a good tool to utilize, because I would much rather spend money on yarn than books. And there's been times where I bought books online and then turns out, oh, you know, I'm only gonna make 1 or 2 items out of this book. So anyway, I did check out this book. I went back to actually find this book again because my daughter wants me to crochet a rabbit, but you can only check out a book 3 times, and then you have to get permission to keep checking it out. So I just went ahead and returned it because I didn't want to. The last time I went, I had to ask for permission, so I went ahead and returned it, and I didn't see it on the shelf. But I found several other books that I'm like, I'm not even worried about it. So from that book, I crocheted. First, I did the penguin, and these are the baby ones. So there's larger ones, and then there's this baby one. So this is a little baby penguin, and it's just flat. It would make a great baby toy minus the plastic eyes, but it would be a good one. You could probably put like a crinkle, some kind of crinkle something in here, you know, they crinkle. I don't know, that might be doing too much for a homemade gift, but yeah, isn't it cute? And it just sits like this on my daughter's dresser, so she picked these out. My son loves to play with them. He's in love with Hickory Dickory Dock, so he plays with them. And this is a little monkey, has a little towel, and he just sits like that too. So yeah, maybe this will be my picture for the video. Okay, there we go. All right, so yes, I'm thinking I'm actually going to purchase that book. I found that book on Amazon, and it would be a great book to reference and crochet something up really quick if someone was expecting. So I'm definitely going to buy that book because I mean, there's so many I could make out of there, and I wouldn't mind making some of these extras and just have them packaged and ready to go for gifts. So I finished the crochet hats for the teachers, and there's 8 total for my son instead of 6. And I think I deleted that clip out when I was talking about if I should make the co-teacher again. And so I went ahead and made that teacher a variegated hat, and then her para as well. There's 1 para in that class. So there's a total of 5 paras and 2 teachers that he's around for most of his day. And then also his mainstream class teacher where he dips in and out. All right, so I spent a lot of my time finishing up these hats. So this will be the last time y'all hear about these hats. So again, these are for the 4 paras, and his teacher right here has the full variegated. So here's the paras with the variegated / colors. So there's 4 in that classroom. Then he has his mainstream teacher that will get a full variegated hat. And then we have the co-teaching classroom. There's actually a classroom next door that co-teaches with the IEP teacher, and she'll get a full variegated as well. And then there's 1 extra para in her class. So there's a total of 8 bags that go towards my son's teachers and his aides. And then this lonely little bag is for my daughter's teacher. And she has a box of cookies and it's like a mauve-y hat. Same style, just different color. And that's what we got for her. And they all get a Christmas card. I attached the Christmas cards. And they get a tin of cookies as well. And then they also get hand lotions. There's like watermelon and strawberry and so on. So yeah, there's the Christmas gift. So let's see. I did work a little bit on the polka dot blanket. So here is a refresher of that. And it does puff out a little bit, but like when I lay my hand on it, it straightens out. So I think as soon as I wash it and hang it to kind of like stretch, it'll straighten itself out. So this is the polka dot blanket that I'm just inspired and am freestyling. I designed this design myself, but was inspired by the polka dot blanket, which I couldn't find one that I liked, and there's several out there, so I don't know who to give credit to. But if you are interested in the polka dot blanket, just give a good search. You'll find one. All right, so I did do a few circles, not too many. I've been really distracted this week. And so yeah, so I balled up the yarn and I got 4 done. And this is just from me sitting in the car doing it the other day in the carpool lane, picking up the kids. So that's what I got. I love this orange color. This is I had my hair orange, the side orange for October and November, and I loved it. I mean, I like the green. The green is cool and it's festive, but I really like the orange. So yeah. That's what I got done for the blanket. So I think I have enough to do a row, so or a strip, and connect it to the blanket. So I'll probably make that my goal today, because I have these ones as well in here. So I think I have enough to do a strip now. So I will get that done. And in it, this is something old. I made this, my son was little, and I can't remember his name, but I just love him. I thought about making little, tiny, little, skinny little arms, but I just love him just armless. I forgot his name. It's like Diego or something like that. Maybe I can find the pattern. It was a free pattern, and it is so darn cute. Actually, I don't know. I had to follow a pattern. I think I did follow a pattern, but he is so darn cute. I just love him. Yeah, I think I crocheted this for my son when he was like a baby. So cute. All right, I'll save the books for last because I checked out quite a bit of books. Let's talk about Home Depot. I know it's super random, but Home Depot, every first Saturday of the month, they do the workshops. And I know a lot of people know about it, but I don't think they actually go or remember. So here's your reminder that if you have children, you should go to the Home Depot's workshop. So me and my kids went, not last Saturday, but the Saturday before, the first Saturday of the month. And we made these little gingerbread houses. And we still need to paint them. My daughter wanted to go, and my son was antsy, and we met Santa Claus there and an elf. But we have these stickers to put on them. Yeah, and then you can paint them too there. Like, they supply everything you need to finish them, and then you get an apron and you put your name on it and you get to take it home. And then every time you go to a workshop, you get a little pin. I don't have one here. I'll grab the thing. And then you get this certificate. So you get to fill this out, and then one of the Home Depot kid workshop captain signs it right here. So their first one won't be signed, but that's okay. It's fun though, and it's free. So it's just something you can go do. All right. Also, a new hobby. I don't know. I've always wanted to get into painting, and my grandfather painted. He painted big billboards like back in the day when they were hand painted, and then my father painted, and then he also like painted homes. Anyway, I have it in my head that in order to be a painter, you have to be like good at it, like born with the skill. And I always like preach to people, like, just get started. Like, don't plan a date or say you're gonna wait till this or start doing this or you can get good. Just get started. Just takes the first day, so just get started. Anyway, I came across this artist on YouTube. She also has an Instagram. It's Sandy Hessler, I think. I'll put it right here. And she's a great artist. I love her painting. And while she was painting, she was talking about staying loose and having these beautiful paintings. And I looked at it and I was like, at first, you know, I admired it. And then when I was looking at it and I'm like, that's not everybody's cup of tea, but I love it. But it's so different from like what I tell myself that I have to be as a painter. And so it really inspired me to be like, you know, to look at all the art like when I go out, and I'm like, that's beautiful, I love that. And that's not like a realistic lion. For some reason I picture in order to paint good, you have to be you have to draw good, like realistic. And I'm like, there's all I mean, Picasso, like that's not realistic, but some reason I have it in my mind that I have to be able to draw and shade a good cat. I don't know why. So anyway, I painted this a few weeks ago and I just bought cheap acrylic paints from Five Below. And my husband wants to buy me really good paints, but I told him, I was like, I just want to know, I'm going to buy the cheap ones for now because I want to see that I can actually stay there for a long period of time and paint, or come back to it and keep painting and actually enjoy the process of it. Because if you don't enjoy the process of it, you're just always going to be rushed and you're not going to find the fun of it. When I do crochet and knitting and stuff, I really enjoy the process of it. And I think that's why I'm so quick and fast with things, because I love to just sit there for hours and do it, which leads me to, I need to exercise more. But anyway, I need a hobby that gets me up and going. Like why can't I love running? Like, why can't God, like, put that in my heart? Like, make me love to make running into a hobby. So anyway, this is a picture that I absolutely loved at the zoo that I took of my two children. So here's the picture. And then here's the painted version that I painted. And I kind of, let me just show you. So I sort of made it where I ended up blacking all this out because I was just focused here. And I was like, it's so cool if I remember standing behind them taking the picture. And so this is like my eye view. And so I blacked it out because I'm just focused here. So here's a close-up of like the birds. And the trees. I obviously need to work on some trees. I wanted to fill this in. Like I always tell my daughter when she's making me art, I was like, can you just make sure it's like completely covered? Because I just love when every spot is just covered. So I kind of just splotted it. And I'll probably come back later on and maybe fill these trees in when I get more practice with trees. But this is just me doing it with like no practice. So this is a brand new, this is the second paint picture I painted. Yeah, because I painted a girl with eyes and my sister was like, I didn't know you could paint. Like you can, like you're actually pretty good at it. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I just did it, you know? Anyway, so this is the second painting that I actually sat down like seriously and like try to be good at. So yeah, that's my daughter and that's my son in his push chair. And I sucked at the shoes, but I was like, I'm just gonna do my best. And there was like some sunshine shining through the leaves, and so I try to get that with the watercolor. So this is a mixed media of watercolors and acrylic. I really love watercolors. And I think I technically go against the rules, and that's the great thing about being a beginner is you go against the rules because you're trying to figure things out, but you don't know you're going against the rules. But I like to make the watercolor really thick, and I use it like an acrylic paint. And then I like the fact that you can also thin the paint out with water and like paint a whole section and then just keep adding to it and then make the paint more tacky and thicker. So I think that's why I lean towards watercolors. But this is also acrylic. Like this is all acrylic, and then I filled in, I think the trees are acrylic. I think maybe this is acrylic. This is watercolor. The chair is acrylic. So stuff like that. But yeah, I love the birds. I'm like, oh my God, they actually look like the birds. Like, can I, pat on my back, like, can I be impressed with myself? So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Actually, that's my third painting. I also tried to paint an iris and it just wasn't good. And that's the thing too, is you're gonna paint things and you're just not going to be good at it. But that's how you get good, right? So here's the iris, and I kind of just play around with it. It wasn't turning out right. Like this is funky, the middle is funky. But I mean, it's not terrible. Like when I look at it, I can tell it's an iris, right? I just wish I could like learn how to paint this like more of a fold. Right now it's just flat, and that's the beginner, right? Like that's going to happen. I'm going to paint things flat, and then as I learn to like do the curves and the shadowing and the paint behind, I'll be able to learn how to make things look more 3D, you know. So yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. So that's something else. I might get better paints because I think that would make a big difference too, because these were really, the acrylic paints were really thin. So I sort of used them like watercolors too. But I think I want to get more high quality paints, and I think that'll be good. All right, so that's what I did. I also want to cast on some Christmas knit socks. So I think I will get that going today since I got all the hats done. So yeah, that's good. So let's check out these library books. So I'm a huge fan of the Pick-a-Pow, the Animal Friends of Pick-a-Pow. And these are books that I had another library, like 3 libraries over shipped to my library, and they placed it on hold. So they put this on, and then you go to the shelf with hold, and then you just go grab it and then check out. And they give you like a week to come up and pick up your holds. So yeah, I love these. I need to figure out, I love the chicken. Yes, I'm doing my kitchen with chickens. So my husband bought me this painting the other day, or a couple weeks, 3 weeks ago, something like that. So I'm gonna have to make this chicken and put her like up here or something. So that'll be cute. So yeah, I really like the Pick-a-Pow friends. Is there a picture? Sometimes they put a picture with like all of them grouped up. Yeah, here we go. So I got this book, this one. For my daughter's room, she wants to do peach walls with orange trim. And so I got these because I want to, you know how people put like the fake roses going down the wall? But I think I'm gonna make her like a curtain out of these, like a thin one, and then put it like over her sparkly, because she has a sparkly kind of cream color curtain. And I think this would be really cute to kind of just be like raining down the curtains. You know, like I'm gonna do like long chains and then sew these flowers along the chain so it's like a bunch of like chains hanging down. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. That'll be cute. And then I saw this guy, it's Curious Crochet Creatures. It's just so cute. I saw the bird in here and the monkey, and I thought they were just the cutest. So like there's the bird. There's the octopus back there I'm gonna have to make for my son. His room is dark navy blue with white trim. So I don't know if I'm gonna do like a sea theme or just like an animal theme. He really loves Hickory Dickory Dock, so I thought about doing clocks, like put like a big giant clock in his room. But the thing is, he's gonna want that clock down so he can play with it. Look at this bird. So yeah, check out your library. And my library lets me check out 200 books at once. I know when they told me that, I was like, what in the world? Like, how can someone check out 200 bucks? And I'm like, I kind of want to do that, but that would just be really annoying. Like, someone would have to back up their car, like, and help load up. Then there's this one, Woodland Creatures. I just thought, I wasn't a huge fan of them, but I thought how their body is, like, this would be such a quick crochet project, and it wouldn't be so hard on your hands because it's just, you know, good size grip. You can get a good size grip. Oh, look at this picture. How cute is that? And the mouse is cute. I'm gonna have to make the mouse because, again, hickory dickory dock. But I also really like this deer, Danny Deer. And I love it when they put like little sayings, like little stories about the creatures. Danny Deer, it says, Danny loves to get up early in the morning and run to the highest place he can find in the woodland. He enjoys playing games, especially hide and seek, but he's so kind, he often lets his friends find him. So that's Danny Deer. Then the last one is a Pokemon. My daughter is really into Pokemon. She watches Pokemon with her dad. She has the Pokemon dictionary books. She's always testing me on Pokemon. And I'm like, I only watched like the first 1 to 2 seasons. But when I go on Pinterest, and I see the Pokemon, she always wants me to make those Pokemons, and I just haven't done it. So yeah, check out these guys. How cute. So I'll probably get something. Here's Jigglypuff. Oh my gosh. How cute. I'll have to get some felt, because I think the felt eyes really makes them so cute. Dragonite. Right? I think the felt eyes really makes them. Psyduck. Okay, Psyduck is my favorite Pokemon. Like, if, like, like, I'm always going, like, Psyduck is like my spirit Pokemon. Like, every time I see Psyduck, I found a Psyduck hat. I found it on Pinterest, and I told my husband, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to make this hat. And I will totally wear this hat because Psyduck is my spirit Pokemon. He's stressed out, he has anxiety. I get overwhelmed in stores all the time, and my husband's like, what's wrong, okay, you ready to go? And I'm like, yeah, you know. Yeah. There he is. I'm gonna have to, that's probably gonna be the first one I make. Then on my way out, came across this book. I just saw the creativity code, and I thought, huh, interesting. So here's the cover. And I read the back. Here's one. It says, fact-packed and fun, questioning what we mean by creative and unsettling the script about what it means to be human. The Creativity Code is a brilliant travel guide to the coming world of AI. And I've been watching videos that are talking about, right now they're kind of like reels where it's like making fun of other people. Like, people are like, why would I sit down for hours when I could just do that with AI? And the artist is kind of like, you know, like, again, it's all about the process, you know, and so they're really missing out. And I think the world is really, we're starting really to dumb down. So I leave you with that. Again, thank you for subscribing, liking, and commenting, even if it's just a short hello or even just an emoji down below. Really helps YouTube. Again, algorithms, if I can get that out, push videos out. And so yeah, thank you for coming back, and if you are a new viewer, welcome. I hope to say hi to y'all in the comments. Anyway, bye. See you next week.